Fat is like this energy bank in our body to be used in lean times. Think of it like your bank account. When you have excess money, you store it in the bank so that it can be used in lean times or in times of crisis. Similarly, when our body feels unsafe or insecure, it starts storing more fat by lowering the fat burning process and accelerating the fat storage process so that it has enough energy in times of crisis. But when we don't lose weight, we start blaming our body, we feel it's betraying us, it's useless, and we put it all on genetics or metabolism without realizing that there is a certain cause because of which the body is storing that excess fat. It's obvious that everyone wants the desired body shape, but without understanding the root cause, it's like hitting the dart in the dark and expecting some miracles to happen. So, you can definitely lose that weight and keep it off, but only if you get to the root cause of why you're gaining that weight. The first one is foodless foods. Our food choices today are so absurd. They are less of food and more of chemicals and food-like substances which have no nutritional value. So all the junk and packaged and processed foods that we opt for today in the name of convenience, comfort or taste, like our cereals, chips, packaged canned foods, ready to eat foods, colas, sodas, all of these are loaded with trans fats, palm oil, cheap quality sugar and lot of fillers to get you addicted to the taste so they can have better shelf life and you buy them even a lot more and more often. But all these foods then add to your excess weight thanks to the toxins in them and the extra fat and the unwanted ingredients because of which the body feels unsafe. The second one is toxins. Today, not only from our food which are genetically modified or loaded with pesticides and insecticides and all the chemicals, even our normal day-to-day lifestyle exposes us to a lot of chemicals like all your cosmetic products, sunscreens, creams, lotions, hair products which have tons of toxins that get into our system, and if our body is not detoxified well, all these toxins get stored in our fat cells so that they don't roam around freely in the blood and damage other body parts and organs. Now, no matter how much you may diet or exercise, if you don't detoxify well, your body will not let the fat burn because the body does not want that toxin to go and damage your other organs. That's why it's important to first work on your detoxification by eating good food and stopping the inflow of these toxins from outside by stopping the use of all these chemically loaded products. The next is stress. Now, that one thing that unites all of us together is stress. Our ancestors did take stress when they wanted to protect themselves from predators or wild animals, but they would use up that adrenaline to fight or flight and then come back to the relaxed state. But in our case today, we are constantly in a state of stress and always worked up about something or the other, be it relationships, finances, career, everything about our life is stressful. And if this stress is not dealt with productively and not managed well, it can lead to excess cortisol floating in the blood. Now, this excess cortisol can increase the visceral fat storage in our body because our abdomen has 4 times more cortisol receptors than subcutaneous fat. So, all the excess circulating fat in the body can easily get stored into the abdomen thanks to the excess cortisol. Also, this cortisol increases the cravings for high fat and high sugar foods by binding to the receptors in the brain. So, all in all, when you stress out so much and not really deal with your stress well, all that happens in your body is more and more fat storage, and you keep wondering where is the fat coming from. Next is liver health. Our liver is such a mighty organ and does everything to protect us and prevent us from damage, but thanks to the above 3 points, our liver gets overburdened and weakened with all the excess cortisol, toxins and the foodless food ingredients that we ingest in our day-to-day life. Yet, the liver tries to protect us incessantly by neutralizing and eliminating all the toxins from our system, but after a point it gives up and it cannot do its job very well. So what it does, it stores all the excess toxins inside it so that these toxins don't go and damage our body. Now, with all the toxins inside, our liver's other functions such as fat processing, hormone processing, producing enough bile, all of it gets affected, due to which excess fat cells start getting deposited in the liver, around it and outside it, leading to pre-fatty liver and fatty liver eventually. The excess fat then starts accumulating in the intestinal tract, heart, arteries, leading to more and more belly fat and more health issues eventually. Next is constipation and poor gut health. Now there is a strong connection between not pooping well and gaining weight. When we don't clear our bowels regularly and clearly, the undigested matter stays in our gut longer, which then feeds the bad bacteria, and these bad bacteria then produce a lot of toxins that causes inflammation, and this inflammation then causes insulin resistance, which leads to more and more fat storage. Also, when this undigested matter is not cleared well, the hormones and toxins get reabsorbed into the body and in the blood, and this also causes a lot of inflammation. This inflammation together then leads to leptin resistance. Now, what is leptin resistance? Leptin basically is a hormone that is produced by our fat cells that tells the brain to stop eating when you're full and start burning fat. But when there is increased toxicity and inflammation in the body, our brain cells get resistant to leptin. So you may have a lot of fat and a lot of leptin, but your brain is not catching the signal from the leptin to realize that you're full and to stop eating. So in the bargain, you don't feel full and satiated enough and you keep eating a lot more. Basically, there is no appetite regulation when there is leptin resistance. So this is how you gain a lot of weight when you don't poop well. The next is negative emotions. We all have episodes of trauma and conflicts in our life, and we suppress a lot of emotions within us, which is seen as anger, aggression, overwhelm, disgust, humiliation, etc. And all of this then manifests into physical signs and symptoms, which holds us back from becoming the best version of ourselves, like diabetes, digestive issues, and also holding on to excessive weight. So to shed that excess weight, you need to digest life and situations and allow that painful part of you to heal and let it go so that your excess weight can flow out of your body. The next one is poor sleep. Sleep is such an important factor to lose that excess weight, but so many of us take it for granted. When you sleep well, you detoxify your body and you repair and recover. Just like you cannot repair a running car, your body cannot repair and recover itself when you're active and awake. So a good night restorative sleep for 7 to 8 hours is extremely important if you want to shed that weight. Also, when you sleep well, your liver detoxifies itself and the cells also repair themselves through all the trauma of the day that they've been through. And then the body collects all the toxins to be thrown out in the morning. But when you don't sleep well, the toxins linger around in your body and get stored in your fat, and then of course stop your fat burning process, which we saw earlier. Also, when you don't sleep well, your body produces this hormone called as ghrelin, which is the appetite increasing hormone. So it's just like, when you're overworking your car, it gets heated up and it needs more fuel. Just like that, when you don't sleep well, the body feels that you're overworking and you need more fuel. So it produces ghrelin, which makes you more hungry, crave for more carbohydrate, sugar and fat-rich food, and the end result of it is weight gain. Next is sedentary lifestyle. Now we all know how important it is to move, to mobilize and burn the stored fat, and to make our muscles and bones stronger. Also, sitting in one place through the day, eating a lot of toxic food, taking a lot of stress, not relaxing well, and all of that adds to your weight trauma. So it's not only about exercising for a lot of hours in the gym. It's more about being active and moving a lot more, doing a lot of functional work around, taking the stairs, walking long distances, doing your household chores, all of which will help you to lose that weight. Just a little bit about thyroid and PCOS. Most people think that thyroid and PCOS cause weight gain, but in reality, it's these factors which I mentioned above which affect your thyroid and reproductive health, eventually leading to weight gain. So if you want to lose weight with thyroid or PCOS, you need to heal your thyroid and PCOS, and then the weight loss will happen. So now that you're aware of all the factors that could be affecting your weight loss efforts, it's time to figure out what in your lifestyle is not going well and try to work on that factor so that you shed all the weight easily. In my next video, we are going to talk about actions that could be hindering your weight loss process.